Hey traders, Nick Shaheen here, covering BABA, and this is a stock that I've traded often, and I do track for a lot of reasons. A lot of my friends do trade it, so I have to keep tabs on it. So today it's up 2% on a bad market day. The Dow is up hundreds of points, but mostly because of Boeing. But sentiment is bad, and that's why I say it's a bad day, not because of the scoreboard. I don't look at the Dow much. It's, the small caps are down 0.6 or 0.7, the S&P same. The NASDAQ is green because of the FANG gang. So money is flowing in some mega caps, and this is one of them that's getting the benefit of the doubt here. So I address it from 2 points. First of all, this is a reliable company, and under the macro picture that I have right now, which still favors the bulls from the fundamental basis because we have money pouring in here, global growth, etc. Meanwhile, we do have bad sentiment, and the only thing that changed since early February is sentiment. And the odd thing is this, not the odd, the ironic thing is that what scared us in February now was helping us. So on days where the bonds fall, the TLT falls, which means rates rise, and that's what scared us in February, markets rise. So markets are trading with rates like the olden days. So anyway, having said that, the macro picture for me has not yet changed. It could, but not yet. So I stay the course. Inside that macro, I'm looking at Alibaba, and Baba is it has a good reputation, has responsible management as far as they don't really give us a lot of reasons to sell it for specific Baba-centric issues. Having said that, the price to earnings is not screaming cheap, 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 but it's not bloated either. It's like 45 on a trailing basis. So the past 12 months. So this is actual results, not based on price to earnings on forward projected. So real stuff on actual results. So having said that, Google is probably in the same range. Facebook is the same range. Apple is nowhere near that range. It's like 18 or 19, but that's historically true. Apple is always undervalued for some reason. So these guys are giving credit towards growth. So an up move on a down day means that if the markets find footing, this guy is going to rocket, right? So that's the idea. Right now, the important point is this neckline. And that's the point of this video. So I'm going to do backwards here to extend it to show you that this has been, actually I could have gone more, pivotal for a while. And this is last November. And they failed at it a couple of times. So double top talks probably came out. Big fall. They worked hard to get back to it. They couldn't do it the first time. They did it the second time around, which was towards the end of January. And then we all know what happened at the end of January. And then 2.5. 2.5, whenever the early February, I think it was a Friday on the 2nd, the jobs report came out. Oh my gosh, we're going to zero. Priced it out pretty quickly. So this was a gift to those who missed the rally the first time around, 16, 15%, call it 12%. And it priced up pretty quickly. But then it recovered pretty quickly, but then it failed. But look where it failed. So, and here it is, testing that level again. Yesterday's candle was pretty disappointing, so I'm not jumping the gun. The way I trade these things, I either wait for the actual close above and then run out, but even then it's not a guarantee. So I just want to know that the market themselves, I'm biased long markets, so I would do it for myself, but I would be jumping the gun. Know that, okay? Plenty of ways I can go along this thing. I can do a debit call spread, and if I do a debit call spread, I do it at the money or near the money, out in time, for several reasons. Number one, the VIX is high, so that doesn't affect the at the money spreads because they're going to cost half the width of the spread, whether the VIX is $1 billion or not. So, but if you go up away from current price, the high VIX will affect the spread. They will be priced up and you'll be paying up for them. Then even if you guess right, you may end up not making money. So I would usually go out in time. Why out in time? So because it costs the same, whether it's this week or next week or a month or 2, 3, 5 months from now. At the money, it's going to cost half the spread. It's a coin flip. Chance to double my money. That's why they price them the same. Just about half. So that's how I would trade it. That's one way. Another way is to sell a put spread, which brings in money. That's another way. That's also a bullish trade. That says that, okay, BABA BABA won't be lower than wherever I choose to put my risk. Okay, for that I collect the premium, and therein lies my potential profit. That's the maximum money I can make. The debit call spread would be the maximum money I could lose. Now I can do both, but that would make me really aggressively long BABA, jumping the gun. So sometimes I would do a debit call spread. Then if price falls, then I'll add the credit put spread, or just say, okay, I'm green, I'm not going to do a credit put spread. All depends on the current portfolio, current preferences, all of that. These are just ideas. Of course, I could buy the stock, but I'd be risking $193 a share right here with no room to spare. Whereas if I buy a spread, a lot less money on the line. And if I sell a spread, nothing out of pocket, but just the opportunity to lose money if I'm wrong and it crashes through my level. Now, if I wanted to own the shares, I can sell puts and commit to owning them at, say, 170. I'm just making up numbers. If they pay me $1 for the contract there, if I do 10, I commit to buying 1,000 shares and collect 10 times the premium times 100. So it's good money. And the worst that could happen is I could buy BABA at a discount. Now, this is not an exact quote. I'm just giving you the concept. So if BABA falls 10%, they may put me to shares. My break-even level would be $1 less than where I sold it. Okay, so again, this is not a trade alert service, not a trade alert video. It's just sharing a concept while putting a check on where BABA is and why this level here is important. So again, this level has been pivotal, so I have to be careful what happens here. Roof, so this was resistance. This was a breakout. Let's put a B here. Failure, so it remains resistance, and here is the question mark. If they go above it, they have the chance. Maybe they go above it, they fall a little bit, and they try again. But that's why I give myself time. Okay, so Nick signing out. Any follow-up questions, let me know. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Email is sellspreads@gmail.com. sellspreads@gmail.com.